Bally Manufacturing, later renamed as Bally Entertainment, was an American company that began as a pinball and slot machine manufacturer based in Chicago, Illinois. The Bally Manufacturing Corporation was founded by Raymond Maloney on January 10th of 1932. Maloney's company was controlled by Line Manufacturing when it first was created. The reason why Maloney made the name Bally is because the company's first game was called Ballyhoo. Over time, Bally would become the leading manufacturer of pinball machines in the world. In the late 1930s, Maloney began making gambling equipment. During this time, Maloney developed and improved mechanical slot machines that were the core of the gambling universe. Once World War II broke out, Bally would become a munitions and airplanes part manufacturer. Once the war ended, the company would go back to making slot and pinball machines, as well as vending machines and coffee vending service. Also, Bally would create a record company called Bally Records. In 1958, Maloney died. After his death, the company struggled to manufacture or create anything new. In 1963, Bally was bought out by a group of investors, which brought the company out of its recession. During this time period, the company would control 90% of the manufacturing of slot machines around the world. In 1964, Bally created the first electromagnetic slot machine, which was called the Money Honey. In 1964, the company went public. Then the company would buy the German company Gunther Wolfenapart in Midway Manufacturing. In 1970, Bally would go to New Jersey, which just legalized gambling in Atlantic City, which caused Bally to try to create a casino. However, Bally was not allowed to create a casino at this time because they could not get a permanent license for any building in New Jersey for a casino. The reason why is the company head, William T. O'Donnell, was forced to resign because he was involved in organized crime. Eventually, Bally was allowed to get a permit and was allowed to build a casino on December 29, 1979, which that casino was opened, and it was called the Park Place Casino. By the late 1970s, Bally would enter into the home video game market by working with Midway in creating the Bally Professional Arcade, or the Bally Astrocade for short. The Astrocade was an advanced console for its time because it had more colors and better console sounds than other video game consoles. Furthermore, the Astrocade let users be able to program their own games on the machines themselves and record their creations on cassette tape. Despite all these new features, the console would fail because it was too expensive compared to other consoles. In the 1980s, Bally would start to buy many businesses. In 1983, the company bought Six Flags amusement parks and also would buy a tennis corporation in the health field. Later in time, Bally would buy many casinos, such as the MGM Grand Hotel, and some more casinos in Las Vegas, as well as Reno, Nevada. A few years after Bally bought all these companies, Bally lost a lot of its money. The result of this financial loss caused Bally to sell off Six Flags and Bally Midway. In 1992, Bally would change its name to Bally Entertainment Corporation. Furthermore, the company focused itself on health club business and sold off the game manufacturing parts of its company. In 1993, Bally was the largest manufacturer of fitness equipment on Earth. Eventually, the fitness department was sold to Brunswick Corporation. In 1995, Bally Entertainment was bought out by Hilton Hotels Corporation. The reason why Bally is important historically is because Bally was one of the first companies to manufacture pinball machines. The second reason why this company is important is because they created the Bally Astrocade, which is one of the only consoles to come out of the Midwest. Also, Bally is the only video game company to create its own record label, vending machine, and coffee vending and exercise equipment manufacturing. Finally, Bally helped popularize and modernize slot machines all over the world.